Here's what all the fuss is about. Up here, it's all residential, but down here, it's commercial. This stone supply company says they've been here for decades, and they've been abiding by all the town rules. But the nearby residents say their expansion is hurting their environment and their health. He meets his victims online first, right here on Craigslist. What he does is he finds people selling their phones and then agrees to meet them in a public, open place just like this. But when he pulls out his wallet, he doesn't offer any cash, but a badge. Some of the witnesses were trying to use this to fight off the dogs. Now, we also spoke with the girl's mother, who says her daughter is absolutely traumatized. Now, police have cut this tape and they've opened up the streets here. The last voice you heard was from Hessie Williams. Her son died at the hands of gunfire, and ever since then, she has been an anti-violence activist. They just pulled the fourth and final person out of the elevator shaft. David, right now you can see they're getting ready to open this street back up. Rescue crews transporting all 4 people to the hospital. You are looking right now at Chopper 4 video showing the high-angle rescue here at the Hudson Avenue plant in Brooklyn. This was a lengthy rescue because FDNY and an elevator mechanic were more than 200 feet above the elevator shaft. Well, the NWS says that tornado, that EF1 tornado packing 100-mile-per-hour wind, started right here on Maloney Road and moved more than a mile through town, leaving all of this damage behind. We're going on more than 7 hours now since the crash happened around 3:45, and I'll step out of the way because just about 30 seconds ago, police finally opened up this service road that had been blocked off for the last almost 7.5 hours. You're seeing these cars filing in as these people are finally now able to get home. You can see the mangled bicycle here on 34th Street and 7th Avenue, but the driver made it 2 blocks away before police caught up with him. Police tried to pull over this car after someone reported the driver erratically spinning his tires in a parking garage. Police say he wouldn't surrender and sped off, hitting the bicyclist and then driving up 7th Avenue in the wrong direction. Rosa Garcia doesn't feel it's her responsibility to clean up trash packed in the catch basin outside her restaurant.
It's been happening since 2012, since Hurricane Sandy happened, and we've been calling numerous times to 311 and the Department of Environmental Protection, and we still have a backup sewer.
She's tired of cleaning up the mess that continues to clog up.
We also had to pour some hot water and Clorox just for the smell to kind of go away a little bit, but it's still bad. You guys could smell it.
Yeah, we smell it, and so does anyone who wants to eat here.
The restaurant has complained, the motorcycle place, the people come eat here, which is hard, but they lost clientele. Because due to the smell, I decided to take my business elsewhere.
This is what the catch basins are supposed to look like. If it rains, there's somewhere for the water to go. But some of the residents here in Mott Haven have been complaining because many of their catch basins look like this one. Just down the street, you can see the dirt, the muck has completely clogged this catch basin. After our calls and theirs,
it's horrible. From 1 to 10, it's 10.
The Department of Environmental Protection dug out several feet of trash in front of Rosa's restaurant. But everyone in this neighborhood wants a more permanent fix.
Those catch basins just can't handle the rain, and then once they get filled with the stuff really doesn't go anywhere because the catch basins don't drain anywhere, so then they have to come back out.
This is a really big deal, not just for my business, for the entire neighborhood.
A DEP spokesperson says they routinely clean out the city's catch basins each year and respond to all complaints in a timely manner. They also say this is stormwater and trash, not sewage. In Mott Haven, Wale Aliyu, News 4, New York.
Okay. Oh, I see his name.
Leslie Francis Manziel was just a teenager when her oldest brother, Eugene L. Manziel III, died in Vietnam.
I was the one who answered the door when the 2 soldiers came and knocked.
In 1968, the U.S. Army private and his company were ambushed. Eugene was shot and killed.
So many lost their lives.
It took 49 years, but his hometown is finally honoring him.
I think the military was sort of expecting that the towns were keeping track, and I think the towns were sort of expecting that the military was keeping track.
Stanford historian Matt Pavia says when this memorial went up after Vietnam, it took years to track down all 29 Stanford men who died in the war.
I like to think that we now have the record of all 29.
Oh, you are Dennis!
Dennis Claiborne grew up with Eugene and was the one who noticed his name was missing.
some work on this wall. And I said, well, there's still a name missing. And they said, who is that? And I said, Eugene Mansell.
Eugene's family is looking past the oversight, appreciating the overdue recognition.
My brother gave his life for this town, it's for our nation, and we're very proud.
Eugene left Stanford High School at 16 just to join the Army.
You haven't enlisted at that age, right?
Yeah, I think he did get in a little early. But that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a soldier, so he made it happen.
While Eugene was overseas, first in Germany, then Vietnam, his family actually moved to Hartford. Because his parents no longer lived here, he got lost in the system. Now, after today, Eugene, a big part of Stanford's history, will no longer be forgotten. In Stanford, Wale Aliyu, News 4 New York.